Well, the 2025 NFL Draft is in the books, Dave, and by all accounts, everybody very excited about what the Seahawks did, getting great grades, and a lot of it is because of this pick right here, man. Joining us on the Emerald Queen Casino Sportsbook Hotline, Nick Emmanwori is with us. Nick, how are you, man?
I'm good, man. Super blessed.
Well, we're excited to talk to you. I know a lot of Seahawks fans are excited to have you here, and just take us through what that night was like for you, what the draft was like for you, because you made some comments when you spoke with the media at the very end where you said everybody is on the list. And I love that. I love that you got that chip. Everybody's on the list. So were you thinking I was going to go earlier? I should have gone earlier. Take us through what you were feeling and how things were going that night.
Yeah, man, honestly, when it's all said and done, super blessed, super grateful. But, yeah, throughout that whole process, it was a little like, I don't know what the word is. But, yeah, I feel like I should have gone a little sooner. But, when you realize, so kind of like the first round is like a big man draft. So a lot of teams are drafting like guards, tackles, D tackles. So it was like, that pushes a lot of players back. So a lot of the teams I was talking to throughout the draft or but I'm not sure what's going on, but I landed in the right spot ultimately. I know the Seahawks, they were high on me, had a great connection with them, so I'm glad I ended up going to the Seahawks. But, yeah, man, I got in my notes, in my phone, like before even the process, I kind of had like an NFL, it's personal list. So, like, that's a funny thing I got for myself. Yeah.
I love that, Nick. Now you just need to get like a wide receiver and running back list going that you can people that you can get after. But how much did you know about Seattle? And had you taken a trip out here before? And how shocking was it when they traded up to get you? The other thing, Nick, is that they used the picks that they got from Geno Smith and DK Metcalf that they packaged together to move up. But tell us about how surprised you were it was Seattle, or did you think that in the beginning?
Yeah, so when I got on the call, I had a feeling I was gonna go to the Seattle Seahawks, but after they in the second round, I knew they were pick 18 again. So I was like, yeah, I don't know where I'm going. So that was like one of the teams I was really like that was really high on me. So I had no idea where I was gonna go going into the second round. But then I got a call. And then I seen like a team was on the clock, but I was kind of confused. I picked up the call and the Seahawks want to like call him, but I was like, is this? I didn't really get the correlation. I didn't know they were trading up. He didn't say they were trading up until like 5 or 10 seconds into the call. So I was confused what was going on. But then he told me he was trading up. So then I was pretty excited to go to Seattle. So yeah, I was pretty happy, man. Honestly, going to Seattle, had a great visit up there. I didn't really know a lot about the city, but took a visit out there. It was a nice, beautiful city. Great team, great spot, honestly.
I'm looking at your Twitter page, and you've got a picture of the Legion of Boom on your Twitter page. Is that something you put up after the draft, or was that there before?
Yeah, that was after the draft, like right after.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Were those players, whether it was Cam Chancellor or Sherm or Earl or any of those guys, were those guys that you watched as a younger player looking up to those guys?
Yeah, for sure. The Legion of Boom, like, honestly, just not saying it's because I'm a Seahawk or I just got drafted by them, but I think, like, Legion of Boom was probably, like, one of the greatest defenses ever, honestly, especially, like, super fun to watch. The different players on that Seahawks team, offense and defense. You got, Richard Sherman talking smack, Cam Chancellor coming out hitting dudes. Like, it was a fun defense to watch. So I got, like, when I was, like, in high school and stuff, I used to watch, like, this Cam Chancellor highlight video on YouTube with like the Kevin Gates really, really song behind it. And it was, I used to watch that before every game. And so it was just what a coincidence I actually go there. So.
Yeah, a lot of comparisons. And, Cam he wasn't great playing the ball in the air, when he was young, but he developed into a really skilled defensive back in that way. But the one thing about him is he could always – step up in the box and just obliterate a receiver or running back. Which part of those two things would you rather? I mean, I know getting the ball is always really important, but if you had to choose between an interception and just laying a guy out on third down, what would you take?
Honestly, it depends what team we're playing. If we're playing the Niners, I'll lay a dude out. But any other team, I'll probably get an interception. I'll get an interception though. But honestly, man, I kind of like both. Getting an interception is awesome because I like to run it back for touchdowns. But laying the dude out, like taking his soul, making him feel it, that also feels good too. So.
Oh, you just made more fans out here when you specified the 49ers. You know your audience, Nick. They are going to love you, my friend. So growing up, who are you? You grew up in South Carolina. You went to South Carolina. Who are the teams or players that you sort of emulated or looked up to as a kid?
Honestly, the players I used to watch and just tune into whenever I had a chance. I used to like Sean Taylor. I didn't really watch a lot of his games, but I used to watch a lot of his highlights, man. I never seen a safety like Sean Taylor quite much. Cam Chancellor for one, another one of those safeties. Troy Polamalu was cool too. Like watching his highlights, like he was like a cat out there jumping over piles and stuff. Offensively, I used to watch Cam Newton, man. That 2015 season for Cam Newton, I was down in Columbia. He had the whole Carolinas lit up, dude. So that Panther season, that was a great time to be in Carolina. But yeah, the old NFL had a lot of great players, man. Got a lot of great players, a lot of great names. Almost nostalgic. So.
Hey, when you were growing up, Nick, what were you just strictly a football player? Did you play other sports? And at what point did you finally decide, hey man, I'm a football player?
Yeah, growing up, I played soccer as like my first kind of real sport. And I liked soccer, but I just couldn't kick the ball in the net. So I just kind of gave that up eventually. And then I played basketball, and basketball just didn't give me enough. Like it didn't give me enough satisfaction. So I wasn't satisfied with basketball. So then I played football. I played running back, and I had like the best time of my life growing up. So that brought me the best joy and the best thrill. So since then, I kind of stuck with football, and I played like other sports on the side in high school.
So you played running back. When did you switch to defense?
I switched to defense when I got to like my freshman year in high school. So I played running back, and then I got a little taller, started playing receiver in middle school. And then my freshman year, I played receiver and defensive back, like receiver and cornerback. And then from there, I hit another growth spurt my sophomore year in high school. And then I remember I had like 2 interceptions in one game as a freshman, playing both sides, and it just kept me on defense after that. So then I played safety. And then from there, I was playing all over the defense by the time I left my senior year in high school.
Hey Nick, what do you know about Mike Macdonald? I mean, you got to love that he's a defensive-minded coach, and we've just kind of gotten to know him, and he's really cool from the standpoint of just like his communication is very direct, and he knows how to make players great, especially in his defense. The safeties are a big part of it. But tell us about your interaction with him and how excited you were to play for him.
Yeah, man, I'm super excited. The Seahawks were actually my first formal interview at the Combine. So that was my first time actually like talking to the coaches, first time actually talking to an NFL team. So it was a great time. I had a great time doing that. And then when I came up for the visit to talk to him, he's like a cool, chill coach. Like we can have good conversations about football, like debates and stuff. So he's a funny coach. I like Coach Mike. And then having a defensive head coach is always awesome because, in practice, when you have a defensive head coach in practice, like they're not team for the offense. They kind of take the defensive side. In college, my coach, Shane Beamer, he used to like cheat for the offense a little bit. If he got a sack, he wouldn't give us a sack a little bit. So just a relief, honestly.
Hey, for our listeners, Nick, that maybe didn't watch South Carolina games and they're just hearing you for the first time, give them a scouting report on Nick Emmanwori. Like, tell them about what kind of player you are, what they're going to see out there with you.
Yeah, scouting report. Say 6'3", 223-pound safety, twitchy, fast, good hips for my size, long, rangy, versatile. Can line up anywhere from the deep middle of the field, down in the box to the outside at the nickel spot. Very physical towards the run. Sheds blocks amazing. Great tackler. Can do it all. So.
Wow, you should have been on set for the draft, man. They should have had you on the NFL Network.
Whenever I'm talking about myself, I can do a good job, man. So,
That sounded like you were reading a script.
Destined to be a scout someday. Yeah, definitely. Hey, Nick, do you know anybody on the team and any guys that you spent a significant amount of time with?
No one I spent a significant amount of time, but I do know Ernest Jones.
Yeah.
Linebacker. He played at South Carolina, so he kind of got like his own little legacy here at South Carolina. So like when I was coming to school, I remember they used to talk about him at practice. How like he used to turn up practice, and like he's like one of the leaders of the defense. So when I came up for the visit, I had met him for the first time formally.
So when you came up for the visit, was that the first time you'd ever been to Seattle?
First time.
Wow. So did you get a chance to get out and see the city at all, or were you kind of in and out?
I didn't. I was kind of like in and out at the facility the whole time, but I did see like the skyline almost. It's a nice skyline. I was on the opposite side of the bridge, so I didn't really get to see the city or nothing.
Well, Nick, we might as well get this going. Again, we've done this in the past for guys that are new here in Seattle, but what do you like to eat? We'll put it out to our listeners. They'll text in, good restaurants, places around Seattle. What's your favorite kind of food?
I'm always kind of big on pizza. I like a good pizza. Love some good seafood. I kind of pretty much eat anything. Good, maybe a good burger. I love a good burger. Some Mexican food, seafood. Yeah, so a little bit of everything. And I got like a little bit of a sweet tooth, so like maybe like a little ice cream shop or like a spot I can get some sweets from. But yeah, that's pretty much my go-to.
Oh, you're going to have a lot of suggestions there, especially seafood. I mean, this is kind of the mecca of seafood out here, so you're in the right spot. So when do you come back to Seattle?
Come back to Seattle on Thursday. Then I think for like rookie minicamp. Then I leave at the end of that week, and then I think I come back either the next week or the week after. So,
okay,
hey, Nick, when you get out here for like, at what point can they start to like send you information as far as looking at the defense, and I'm sure you'll be looking up Seahawks games and things like that just to kind of get a feel for it. But at what point do you think that you're going to be able to kind of grind in on the details of this defense?
I already been kind of like doing a little bit of grinding. I've been me and the safeties coach, Coach Howard. We've been doing a little bit of talking on Zoom and stuff, but nothing overly crazy. But I think like once I get there, I kind of pick things up really fast. Got a good recall, so I think I'll catch on pretty quick.
Is there a team or maybe even a player that you're looking forward to being on the opposite side of the field of? Like, man, I can't wait to be on the same field as this guy or this team.
I kind of haven't really like checked our schedule. I don't think our schedule came out this year, but I'm not sure in this conference. Maybe not in this conference.
Like, which quarterback would be the most fun to pick off?
Lamar Jackson for me.
Yeah.
Getting the pick from Lamar Jackson and taking it back to the end zone, like beating them to the end zone. So.
Hey, Nick, as far as, I know this is very important to players, and it's probably a little early for it, but as far as your number goes, what are you thinking there? I mean, have you even thought about that?
It's been a little bit of a discussion, but I'm still kind of like trying to figure that out. I know a lot of single-digit numbers are taken in Seattle. There's a couple free. There's a couple numbers in like the 20s. There's a number in the 30s, but still in discussion about that. So when I get up here Thursday, I'll figure out what number I'm probably gonna rock. I gotta see it on my body. My body gotta accept the number almost. That sounds a little crazy.
I love it. Well, Nick, congratulations on everything, man. I know fans out here are really excited, and you threw out the Niners right there about knocking somebody out, putting them down, and you're in the good graces of Seahawks fans already. So I know they're excited. Congrats on everything. We're excited to see you out here. I love that you got a list. And we can't wait to see you knock some of these teams off that list. It's going to be a lot of fun watching you, and can't wait to see you out here. Thanks so much for the time.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.